Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. All right, so are you a newbie? Newbies right now are like WTF, interest rate cuts, China agreement. The market is now cleared for takeoff. Gold's at all-time high, the S&P 500 also, but crypto markets are dumping. WTF. And I feel like this is a popular sentiment right now for newbie crypto investors. And so Egg Crypto here says, my answer, welcome to the Matrix. The mega rotation is upon us. Only few will be able to survive. Of course, after a big XRP dip yesterday, well, we are now seeing the price rebound. This is the hourly chart for XRP. I distinctly remember there were times in the 2020, 2021 cycle where we did get this kind of mixer, this rotation, prices up, prices down, prices sideways for a while. That was the cycle where we did see a top in the spring and then later in the fall of 2021. Well, guys, it's feeling kind of similar, not exactly the same. Currently, we've got a price of XRP rebounding quite significantly back up to $2.51. We did see a bottom for XRP yesterday, late afternoon, evening at about $2.37. So it's good to see that we are seeing the trend rebound. Again, this is the XRP chart on the hourly. I had put this trend line here. I was saying that we were coming out of what was looking like this inverted head and shoulders pattern. And if we actually retest the trend line here, boom, that would be par for the course. And guys, take a look at that. Almost pinpointed there. We did get just below that, but at that point, we did rebound. So interesting to see considering where the rest of cryptocurrency is at the moment. Let's bring up the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin's also rebounding here, now back above $110,000 per coin. So did come back down to about 106. We did see Bitcoin retesting these levels of support down in there. Boom, boom. So levels of support that Bitcoin was retesting, and then it did bounce back up. So hopefully we do see some higher highs. There is still a lot of work to do. We do need to get up above 116,000. That is critical for Bitcoin at this moment. And today is the last day of the month. If you guys are watching this video on the day that I'm releasing it, October the 31st, happy Halloween, everybody. This is the 1 month chart for Bitcoin. And as you guys can see, October was canceled. Yeah, we did not actually witness any kind of great October activity. Generally, what we've seen in the past is October being bullish. And, as we're seeing here, guys, an indecisive candle for Bitcoin. We've got quite a lot of volume in comparison to the rest. But the candlestick in there, long wick, long tail, shorter body, that to me looks like a reversal candlestick. But for more information on where I see this trend going, you guys can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. Only $5 a month, cheaper than some people pay for a cup of coffee every single day. But you got to subscribe and stay subscribed to lock into that price. I was planning to do a live Q&A session this coming weekend, guys, but I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm right smack dab in the middle of some life changing activities at the moment. So bear with me. I will be hosting another live Q&A very soon for the Patreon subscribers. And for those of you guys who are not subscribed yet, subscribe now. Link is on the screen. I'm going to keep moving along. We've got fear and greed, guys, sitting at 31. Market cap is down by a little bit. But again, we aren't seeing that kind of liquidity entering the space. Cryptocurrencies are only really down by single digits. So most altcoins only down by a little bit. We got some in the green here. But again, we're just waiting for something, a huge catalyst to let us know where cryptocurrencies are going to go in the coming days, weeks, months. Hopefully we do see this trend continue for Bitcoin. And I know a lot of you guys, even myself, this is not a usual cycle. So Julius Rose here saying, listen up, you guys. Stocks are at all-time highs. Gold is at all-time highs. And crypto is messed. You think this is by mistake? He says, no, this is all by design. You are witnessing psychological warfare as you watch stocks and gold make new all-time highs, and then you watch crypto getting demolished. It's all done purposefully, and the weak hands get exhausted, and they leave the market. So what he's saying is one big psyop for the big guys to roll in, purchase up all the cryptocurrency, leave you behind. Make no mistake, stock and gold will continue to rip. It tells you everything you need to know. The big boys are just accumulating and accumulating and accumulating till one day, boom, the crypto market skyrockets. And even Tika Tiwari here posted this. Gold is catching its breath at the moment, and Bitcoin is about to catch fire. So guys, all this is connected. Let's just bring up the gold chart here. XAU USD, and I'm going to throw that on the daily chart to just to show you guys gold has been ripping significantly for the last few years, I guess we could say, after it did calm down between 2020 and 2022. We have been seeing it on a tear, and now guys, a huge huge retracement for gold. So there has been a sell-off. Generally what this denotes, risk on assets taking on this capital and moving higher. So every crypto bull run, he says, I've seen starts the same way. Gold moves first, then Bitcoin obliterates its returns. It happened in 2020, 2022, and 2024, and the setup is forming again. So hopefully we do continue to see that. This time though, one Fed decision could trigger a flood of money. And guys, we recently just got this from Fed Chair Jerome Powell, courtesy of Black Swan Capitalist. Listen to this.
In the near term, risks to inflation are tilted to the upside and risks to employment to the downside. A challenging situation. There is no risk-free path for policy as we navigate this tension between our employment and inflation goals. Our framework calls for us to take a balanced approach in promoting both sides of our dual mandate. With downside risks to employment having increased in recent months, the balance of risks has shifted. Accordingly, we judged it appropriate at this meeting to take another step toward a more neutral policy stance. With today's decision, we remain well positioned to respond in a timely way.
What he's saying here, it's clear the financial system is prepping to re-leverage. Liquidity is coming back. That means risk assets, equities, and the digital markets are all gearing up for the next leg higher. All we can do, guys, at this moment is to be prepared. Lock in, of course. And again, if you want to pick my brain, see what I'm doing, it is only $5 a month. You guys can find all that information out at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. It is an interesting cycle, I got to say, not like any other cycle I've been in. And you know, there's still a shot here. I know some people are suggesting that this is going to be an elongated cycle. Others are saying this is it. We're practically at the end. I guess time will tell, but wanted to thank Black Swan Capitalist, Tika Tawari, Julius Rose here, and Eggreg Crypto just for posting that. So the spec market, I mean, that's where we're trading right now, a speculative crypto market. But this has not affected what companies like Ripple are doing. Guys, Forbes just did a piece on Ripple and XRP, this courtesy of Vincent Van Code. I have it up here inside Ripple's $180 billion reinvention. And they got a nice photograph there of Brad Garlinghouse. I will link this in the description of the video if you guys want to read it. But I'm going to give you the summary. Van Code here put it through ChatGPT. And essentially, it says, after years of regulatory limbo, Ripple has finally cleared the fog with the SEC case behind it. The company is executing a full-scale transformation. All this stuff we kind of know already. Ripple's no longer selling the faster remittance stream. It's buying its way into institutional relevance, acquiring licensed firms across custody, tokenization, and settlement, while building rails that merge digital assets and traditional finance. The $180 billion figure isn't just hype. It reflects the scale of Ripple's ambitions. The company's positioning XRP and its broader ecosystem as foundational plumbing for tokenized money markets, stablecoins, and bank-grade DeFi. This pivot signals something larger. Crypto's institutional phase has begun, and the next decade won't be about meme coins. It's going to be about infrastructure, compliance, and utility. Ripple wants to be the AWS of blockchain liquidity, so the Amazon Web Services of blockchain liquidity, quietly wiring the world's financial system for the tokenized age. All stuff we know, but guys, mainstream media outlets now reporting on this. So again, I will link that article in the description if you want to read the details. Bill Morgan here also noticing something interesting. A new filing with the SEC yesterday shows that the company Virtue Financial Inc., in addition to Bitcoin and Ethereum, holds a substantial amount of XRP on its balance sheets. So check this out, units, over 22 million XRP on their balance sheet. This is just another company that is holding XRP. According to Grok, the company is a global financial services firm specializing in market making and execution services. It leverages advanced technology and high-frequency trading algorithms to provide liquidity across global markets. So they operate in the TradFi space. Stealth saying this is old news, but Bill is saying so old that the recent Messari report this week did not even list it. So even though we do have, or rather, some of these companies have been, I guess, quietly dabbling in XRP, they have not been on our radar. I don't think I've heard of this one specifically either. So wanted to thank Bill for that. Not to mention, guys, Ripple partner Thunes is now partnering with EcoBank Group to power Africa's instant payments for the next billion users. So this is also huge. Thunes is becoming a powerhouse. And now they've just partnered up with EcoBank Group, a leading Pan-African financial institution. Today, they just announced a collaboration which will enable instant cross-border payments for millions of individuals and businesses across sub-Saharan Africa. The partnership operationalizes the landmark Memorandum of Understanding signed between EcoBank and Transfer 2 Thunes' holding company in 2024, That agreement envisioned a fundamental transformation of financial access and cross-border payment solutions across Africa. So we are seeing, slowly but surely, we are seeing the African continent become connected to RippleNet technology. This is going to span 32 countries. So it says EcoBank's entire 32-country operational footprint is in line with local regulations in each market. And this is the other thing too, right? A lot of these institutions have been waiting for that regulatory clarity. And, now I think 2025 was the year of getting institutionalized, getting ready for this transformation. And so now we're starting to see all these different countries and different continents around the world starting to onboard, Thunes being one of those enablers that is connected to Ripple and XRP. So great news there coming from Africa. We also have this, Belize Bank, upgrading their core banking system with Ripple partner Finastra. Another large Ripple-enabled company here, enabling another bank, in this case in Belize. They've just gone live with Finastra Essence, a core banking system provided by Finastra, and the two entities, Belize Bank and Belize Bank International, are connected to that. The bank is a long-standing customer of Finastra. It's been running the vendor earlier iteration of the system called Fusion Banking Essence and supplied by Missis for over a decade. Missis later became part of Finastra, and now the system was rebranded as Essence. And so Filippo Alario, executive chairman of Belize Bank, he says, with Finastra Essence, we've reduced IT overhead, accelerated our time to market, and laid the foundation for scalable AI-ready banking services. So this is a new frontier for a lot of these banks, getting AI ready, and of course that's going to incorporate blockchain. Among the benefits of the upgraded solution, Finastra cites enhanced reliability thanks to the core system's cloud infrastructure, faster rollout of new products, improved digital experience, and omni-channel convenience. So big news here coming from Belize Bank. They are the first and oldest continuous banking institution with a history dating back to the early 1900s. And today its market share stands at about 44%. Largest commercial bank in Belize, it says from this article. So they are becoming Ripple-enabled through Finastra. Great news coming from South America. Oh yeah, and then there's this story here. The CTO at Ripple, David Schwartz, was kind enough to engage in a constructive discussion regarding the Wolf of Wall Street, Scott Melker's question. So this is kind of the end of the drama, because Scott Melker came out and a few people in the XRP community started responding, and I think this is what caused this blow up between Crypto Eddie and Dom from Easy A. Sentosumo Saba said that Dom had blocked her. Hey, Dom Kwok, does Easy A run infra on the XRP ledger? So this was just an exchange here. What are your opinions of the current outstanding amendments? And then Gen Next Sports said you blocked him. He probably photoshopped it. Apparently, there was some disagreements here. Crypto Eddie says enough is enough. And then Dom said Crypto Eddie must be one of the most dishonest people in crypto. A few hours ago, she blocked me and now claims I photoshopped it. He's claiming she's a liar. I don't normally concern myself with influencers, but when someone who is following me and is willing to lie about something so trivial, I wonder. And so there was a bit of a blow up here. I mean, Sentosumo Saba did respond. The brothers of Easy A, as educators, should take their required school seats and quit bragging about their Ivy League past. Wow, shots fired on both sides here. Belittling ecosystem participants like Scott Melker, who had an honest XRP question, is very unbecoming. And so we have a bit of a spat here. I don't know if this is newsworthy, if I should even be commenting on this, but it is something that I noticed blowing up in my Twitter X feed. So I did think I'd bring it to you guys today. I'm sure you guys have probably also noticed it. You don't actually think the question was genuine. You just want to get your declining views up by partaking in a hot topic of the day. And Crypto Eddie responding here, despicable comment. Okay. Apparently, though, Sentosumo Saba was not the only influencer that Dom here was attacking. The ape of Main Street here saying co-founder of Easy A, Dom Kwok, is assassinating crypto influencers right now. A dime a dozen influencers with so many hundreds of thousands of followers, etc. And he said, I just saw Scott Melker also went to Penn, but sadly did not go to Wharton. So I guess he's insulting his education there. Anyway, I don't know what to make of this. I mean, I tend to stay far away from this type of drama. Dom here saying, I have received hundreds of comments and messages thanking me for calling out Crypto Eddie's history and behavior. Truth be told, I was never aware of the extent of her malice until today. I've never had any poor experiences with Crypto Eddie Sentosumo Saba. She's always been very kind to me. So has Dom and his brother. And again, I don't like the drama in the space, but I thought, considering this seems to be the topic of the day, maybe I'd bring it to you. Anyway, tell me what you think down in the comment section. I'm going to keep moving along, guys. What I do think is important, crypto investors making important decisions early on to secure their future later on. For instance, Saul here bringing this to our attention. Greg Kidd told us years ago that he believes regular people will view XRP as a defensive asset in the future, like gold. So he took an option out for 1 million XRP in 2013. He was speculating on how future people would speculate, as David explained to Melker today. Oh yeah, so this brings me back to the original tweet here, as David Schwartz did respond to Scott Melker with regards to this. Can we have a proper discussion about why XRP is useful? David Schwartz here saying, the funny thing is that I think most of the value of most cryptocurrencies come from expected future speculation. And I mean, that's why we're all holding XRP to a degree. So if what you care about future price changes, what people think will happen, is much more important than what has happened. Look at Bitcoin. Most of the current investment thesis is something like, imagine if most companies start storing 1% of their treasury in Bitcoin, what will that do to the price? What that's saying is that in the future, more people will speculate on future price appreciation than speculate currently. It's not even based on expected future utility. It's based on expected future speculation. I want to believe utility matters, and I really do. So, to his point here, the utility, the future speculation, and Greg Kidd here taking such a big bet on it. 1 million XRP in 2013. Granted, the price of XRP was not nearly as high in 2013. So, I mean, I think, and you got to remember, Greg Kidd, he used to work at Ripple way back in the early days. For those of you guys who do not know him, I do suggest you look him up. The utility is coming, guys. Right now, though, it's a speculative market, and the market is moving alongside Bitcoin, as a spec market usually does. I just wanted to bring up the XRP chart to show you guys again what I'm seeing, or at least what could be happening at the moment here. I mean, if we take this fractal pattern here, as I've been mentioning, we are seeing something similar occurring right now. As I discussed at the top of the video, we did just recently see XRP rebounding off that trend line. And I'm just going to compress that fractal just to show you guys what I'm noticing in here. Hopefully, we are seeing that same kind of trend, guys. Inverted head and shoulders pattern, hopefully breaking out to new highs. And I mean, even if we can get above the former all-time high, I think at this stage, everybody will be very, very happy about that. You can see, though, a lot of these cool-off periods do line up with the current fib. This one, for example, at the 0.786. So, guys, will we see an XRP get up past all-time high? Hopefully, we do see it go up past $4 per coin. We're getting close. Hopefully, that's the next leg in this bull run when crypto starts to rip. Gold is coming down, so hopefully we do see that next. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. And for more opinions on where I think the crypto market's going to go in more detail, follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. The Working Money Channel merch store is also up if you guys care to purchase some Working Money Channel merch. Link is in the description of the video. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.